In probiotic therapy, we have made a package insert that we put into our Floragen 3 to help the consumers identify. Now, Floragen 3, as far as we're concerned, and our research shows, this is the highest cell count at the lowest price of anything in the marketplace. Now, coupled with that, I think the consumers need to know that there are differences in how you take the product that can vary the result of the product. So number one, any probiotic that's not in the refrigerator is probably not worth a lot. You have to have guaranteed cell count at the time of expiration, verified, and it's best taken with non-chlorinated water, because chlorine is there to kill bacteria in the water system, and these are live bacteria, so if you put them down with some chlorine, then there's going to be less getting in to do the multiplying and do the occupying space. Then we suggest that they be taken on an empty stomach, which would be an hour before to 2 to 3 hours after a meal. And adding FOS, 95% FOS powder to that will cause these to multiply 5 times faster, and now you're getting even more numbers into the mix. And then if you're traveling, Dave suggests that you can leave this out of the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks, and he guarantees 15 billion cells at the time of expiration. So, and then multiple strains should have at least 10 billion per dose, and Dave suggests that he likes tried and true probiotics that are tested in the dairy industry and the food industry, as opposed to soil-based, which are not unlike anthrax in some of their strains. So those are some of the conditions that we put onto our package insert to help the consumer. Now, we frequently tell patients, you feel a cold or a cough coming on, or flu, you take 3 in the morning, 3 at night, 3 the next morning, maybe for 2 days, and you know 80% of our immune system is coming from our gut. And so there is strength of the immune system to fight virus, so you may never get the cold or the flu. And we've got 4,000 patients on this therapy, and hardly any of them ever get colds or flu, which is pretty impressive, thinking that just a probiotic. The other thing that we found interesting through the years is we make 80% of our brain chemistry from the intestinal tract. So our gut is our second brain. And I was skeptical in the beginning when we saw things like schizophrenia and ADD, ADHD, and depression and anxieties all linked to chemistry coming out of the gut. But I've talked to several doctors about this, and they assure me that 80% of our brain chemistry is coming from the gut. So that's why all those conditions are still on this 101 list. And if you need further information, don't hesitate to call, because out of those 101 problems, we've got well over 4,000 patients in 15 years, and we have learned from the patients, and so we think we can share what we've learned from the patients. And then we always tell the patients, when you get results, you've got to be the messenger and let the doctors know, because we're not taught this stuff in pharmacy, medicine, or nursing. And you can always reach us at 469-5200, area 630 in Glen, Ellyn. We're at the northwest corner of Main Street and Roosevelt Road, next to the bank, and we've been here 52 years. I'm second generation, so we've got a lot of mileage under our belt, and if we don't know the answer, we certainly know places to get it.
Thank you, Bob.